Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host, here to give you a detailed dive into another captivating book. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It's essential for us to keep bringing you these summaries. Plus, subscribing means you'll always be in the loop when a new book summary drops. Today, we're exploring the Iliad by Homer, one of the greatest epic poems of ancient Greece. This classic work, composed in the 8th century BCE, recounts key events during the Trojan War and explores themes of heroism, honor, and the wrath of Achilles. Let's dive into the key events and character arcs from this epic so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. The story opens in the 10th year of the Trojan War, a conflict between the city of Troy and the Greek forces, sparked by the abduction of Helen, wife of the Spartan king Menelaus, by the Trojan prince Paris. The Greeks have laid siege to Troy, but the war has reached a stalemate. The epic begins with a quarrel between Achilles, the greatest of the Greek warriors, and Agamemnon, the leader of the Greek forces. Agamemnon angers Achilles by taking Briseis, a captive woman, from him. In response, Achilles withdraws from the battle, taking his formidable strength with him. This act sets off a chain of events that affects the entire Greek army. Without Achilles, the Greeks struggle against the Trojans. The gods take sides, influencing the battle's outcome. Zeus, the king of the gods, supports the Trojans for a time, while Hera and Athena favor the Greeks. These divine interventions add complexity to the human conflicts on the battlefield. The poem highlights the exploits of various heroes. Diomedes, aided by Athena, performs incredible feats but is ultimately wounded by the gods. Hector, the Trojan prince and greatest warrior, leads his troops with valor, pushing the Greeks back to their ships. The Greeks, in desperation, build a defensive wall around their camp. Agamemnon, realizing the dire situation, sends an embassy to Achilles with lavish gifts, including the return of Briseis, to persuade him to rejoin the fight. Achilles, however, refuses, still seething with rage and pride. The Greeks suffer heavy losses, and key leaders like Diomedes and Odysseus are wounded. Hector leads a fierce assault, breaking through the Greek defenses. The Trojans set fire to the Greek ships, threatening their only means of return. Patroclus, Achilles' close friend and companion, begs Achilles to let him wear his armor and lead the Myrmidons into battle. Achilles consents, but warns Patroclus to return after driving the Trojans from the ships. Patroclus, donning Achilles' armor, rallies the Greeks and pushes the Trojans back. However, he becomes overconfident and presses on to the walls of Troy, where he is ultimately killed by Hector. His death is a turning point, rekindling Achilles' rage and desire for vengeance. Achilles is devastated by the death of Patroclus. He reconciles with Agamemnon, accepts the gifts, and prepares to return to battle. The goddess Thetis, his mother, provides him with new, god-forged armor. Achilles' return to the battlefield signals a shift in the war's momentum. Achilles' rage is unleashed as he slaughters countless Trojans, showing no mercy. He confronts and kills Hector, refusing to return his body for a proper burial. Instead, he drags Hector's body around the walls of Troy, dishonoring him in death. Priam, Hector's father and the king of Troy, bravely visits Achilles' tent to ransom his son's body. He appeals to Achilles' sense of compassion and shared humanity. Moved by Priam's plea, Achilles returns Hector's body, allowing the Trojans to mourn their fallen hero properly. The epic ends with Hector's funeral, foreshadowing the eventual fall of Troy. The Iliad is a timeless epic that delves deep into the human condition, exploring themes of honor, wrath, and fate against the backdrop of war. Through the lens of its larger-than-life characters, it offers profound insights into the complexities of heroism and humanity. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-Minute Summary channel. Don't forget to subscribe to get updates on new episodes, and if you enjoyed this summary, please like and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.